Yeah, how'd you get involved with Shark Tank?
I didn't. Shark Tank?
It's on your
You mean
Oh my
Shark
gosh.
Season?
Oh.
It said Shark Tank somewhere.
No, my
Shark
God,
Season.
dude. This is so funny.
That's even funnier.
It's actually
Yeah, so
funnier.
you were on Shark Tank? Like, and the research that went into this. I love it. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Maximum Zach. On today's episode, we had Juliana DeStefano. We talked about our Lifetime movies. We talked about some funny stories with Zac Efron. Also, some stories about Ron Jeremy. You know, who would have thought we both had stories about both of those people? And we talked about our movie Clown Motel. So, let's get into it. So, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am originally from Texas. I
Nice.
moved here when I was 18, I think, right when I graduated high school about 10 years ago. And I been doing stand-up comedy for 10 years. I started with acting, which I still do. I've been acting probably since I was maybe 10. But comedy is my real love.
Hell yeah. So, where in Texas are you from?
Houston,
Houston?
Bel Air, Texas.
Nice, nice. I think I've been to Houston once. I've not, I don't really know. Yeah, I don't know a lot about Texas.
Just the Astros.
Yeah.
That's it.
So, what kind of movies have you been in?
I have been in so many freaking Lifetime movies.
Oh, hell yeah. Those movies are awesome.
Yeah, and I'm always the villain. I've
Yeah.
been in 8 of them, and I get recognized. Like, I got recognized at TJ Maxx the other day,
Yeah.
Nordstrom Rack, Ross, Marshalls. Like,
That makes sense.
yeah, that's where the nail salon, like, that's
Yeah.
where they love me. But and then I've done a lot of thrillers. Like I did one with Tobin Bell from Saw
Yeah.
recently. Well, I guess it was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It just came out though.
Yeah.
I did a Snoop Dogg movie. I did.
Well, which Snoop Dogg movie?
It was called Blood Pageant,
Oh, okay.
and he was just like a celebrity judge on it.
Okay.
And then I did episode of 13 Reasons Why, and then
Nice.
Grand Hotel on ABC. So I've done a lot, thankfully. But
That's really sick. How long? So, when did you start like getting into the Lifetime movies?
I got into Lifetime movies like 8 years ago. It started out as I was like the neighbor,
Yeah.
and then I was like the good girl, and then after I played the good girl, I was only the killer.
That's awesome. Like, what's like one of like the craziest kills
Well,
like, you've done?
okay. So what's weird is like they don't use guns, so they're just like chainsaw was a really fun one. Yeah, and then like the whole zip ties to a car, pretending it's suicide, putting on the ignition.
Oh my gosh.
But what like these people don't get is like I'll like set up the and then like the shot, like the syringe, that was my most recent one. But like I'll be setting up the kill in the movie, and then I'll walk very slowly to them while saying a very long monologue,
Yeah.
and then they get out.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, how did they escape? Like, because I'm walking so slowly.
You have to deliver this really long monologue.
That's like some Bond villain shit, honestly.
Yeah. I feel like most serial killers like want to say the monologue, but they just don't have time. It's not really efficient, you know?
And it's so hard saying it when like you have a chainsaw. Like there's so many noises. I'm just like bad at this killing thing.
I can't imagine you trying to scream over the chainsaw in your monologue.
Yeah.
So hard.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. So you said one of your main loves is stand up. So what's it been like? What was it like starting out doing stand up?
So it was interesting because it was like completely by accident. There was like a show outside UCLA in this little black box theater called the Improv Space. It's no longer there. I think it's like a smoothie shop now.
Yeah.
And I was broke when I moved here, and still broke. No, I'm kidding. And I would I like walked in. It was like free, and I just like watched all these shows. And then they're like, "Why don't you get on stage?" And I'm like, I don't know. And then I like got up the next week and they invited me to be part of, it was called Boy Band, which was a group of guys and then me doing stand up. And I had to pay like $60 a month for beer.
Yeah.
And I had to like hand out beer to like UCLA kids.
Yeah.
And I did that. And then I moved on to doing Shaky Town, which isn't a thing anymore, which is like what Haha is.
Okay.
Flappers. I've done the Laugh Factory, the Improv, the Comedy Store. So I've done a lot, but a lot of little small rooms.
Yeah. Same for me. Yeah. I'll do stand up anywhere though.
Me
like
too.
anytime someone wants me to do stand up. Like I've done stand up in like backyards.
Backyards.
Like, multiple backyards.
I did it at a carpet store.
Oh, a carpet store? That's sick. That's so funny.
And a laundromat in San Francisco.
Oh, that's cool.
And then COVID was weird. I did it on Zoom, and then I got heckled in the chat box. That was
Dude,
probably
no. Have you ever had any like crazy hecklers like in real, like IRL, I guess?
You know, it's so weird. I was always hoping to.
Yeah.
But I haven't had like crazy, like mad ones. No, I think someone called me a dumb bitch once. Or was like, you're not even funny, like before I even spoke.
Yeah.
So that's probably like
It's like, good God, let me talk first.
Exactly.
That's so funny.
Can I ask you something real quick?
Yeah.
Do you prefer stand-up over doing the movies or vice versa? Like, what do you like more?
Oh, so I put it this way. Acting pays the bills. And it is my first love, but I'm willing to do stand-up free. And I think it's because I've been acting longer, and acting is longer hours. So it's like, 10 to 12 hours, while stand-up is you get in and out.
Yeah.
So that's hard. It's also such like a weird time acting right now. But with stand-up, I could literally do it any day of the week. So that's what I love the most about it is no matter what I look like, no matter how I feel, no matter how the industry is, I can perform stand-up.
Yeah. No, I feel that. Yeah, like when everything was like super shut down, like it was when I really like leaned more into stand-up.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, I can do this like all the time.
All the time.
And there's just so many places to do stand-up. And
So many.
yeah. Because, like, yeah, it's just, I don't know. I have so much fun doing stand-up, too. It's just fun trying to just making people laugh, because that's all I really want to do anyways.
Yeah, same. It's all I've ever wanted to do.
Like, have you ever had any, like really, like, horrible bombing? Like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did, I don't know if I forgot his name. I don't even remember what is his name. I can't say his name wrong because then that'd be bad. Like,
yeah.
but I did a show and I just told a bunch of baseball jokes and they came up to me and they're like, the whole crowd was like, no offense, but none of us know baseball. We only like basketball. I'm just like, I'm sorry. I also have jokes about like all my material is about how my friends are hotter than me.
Yeah.
So I'll have people come up to me and they're like, I don't get your jokes because you're hot. And I'm like, I know I'm hot. Just my friends are hotter than me. I get it.
Is that their way of like trying to hit on you at the
I think
shows?
so.
Yeah,
Like hitting
like-
on me and being mean to me.
Yeah,
Oh
they're
my
like,
god.
oh man, I think like I haven't really had any like I haven't had any really crazy bombing stuff recently. I mean, one time I did a brewery and like no one laughed at all. Like,
Gosh, some of those are the worst.
yeah,
Well, I don't know if this counts as a bomb, but the day I met you,
oh
me,
yeah. Oh yeah. That it wasn't a bomb. It was just more like that. There was because I mean,
You guys have to explain what the show
yeah,
is.
so
we did this show, and it was a pepper show where you eat a hot pepper, and I just have a huge ego when it comes to eating things hot. So I told like the person running the show, I was like, you know what, you better give me the hottest thing because I'm gonna beat all these men. I'm gonna be great. And then like I spun it and it landed on the ghost pepper, and so you spin this wheel and then you eat it and then you tell your jokes. So it landed on a ghost pepper, and I was like, I want the chip, which you ended up getting. And they're like, no, you gotta do the ghost pepper. I'm like, okay, fine. I eat it, I tell one joke, and then I pretend to puke, and everybody's like, oh, and I'm like, I'm kidding, it's a bit. And then I threw up the whole time, got the light, and had to leave. So I think that's a bomb. But I got laughs. Like,
I mean, it definitely... It's technically a bomb, but like without the hot thing, you wouldn't have bombed.
Right,
probably.
exactly.
Just because of that particular
bad.
show.
Yeah.
Oh man, the chip sucked. I hated the chip so much. It was funny because the chip was really stale, and that almost made it worse.
Yeah.
Just because it wasn't like a fresh hot chip.
I wanted to try the chip. I really did. But then after that, I tell people, because I was a host of a travel show and called Smoky Mountain Stories. And I had to do something called the Flatline, which is, it's like all of the peppers put together in a hot sauce.
Yeah.
And I also threw up. But like eating stuff hot makes you feel like you got electrocuted.
Yeah.
And like the ghost pepper kind of felt that way, but like it wasn't spicy. It just felt so weird. And that's why I was so disappointed that I threw up.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of ghost peppers at all. Like,
Me either.
Yeah, I think like one time, like I'm known for like doing crazy like Jackass stuff, and we were filming this video one time, and we had like ghost pepper and like Carolina Reaper like extract and like some other stuff and like some other crazy like extract, and we just poured them all into shot glass and had someone drink it. And my friend just like turned pale white, and like we thought we were gonna have to take him to the hospital.
Oh,
and
my
he was
gosh.
just fucked. Like he literally just like sort of like went into like a mini coma.
Yeah.
And it was gnarly.
It's horrible.
But I also don't handle hot stuff very well at all.
See,
so
I do. Like back in Texas,
Yeah.
that's like the thing. Like I can't eat popcorn plain. I have to cover it in hot sauce and jalapenos.
Oh my gosh,
It's
no.
so weird. of me.
Yeah, for some reason I can't even eat regular popcorn anymore. Like it gives me like the worst like stomach problems now.
Popcorn?
Just regular popcorn. So putting it in hot sauce and jalapenos
And it's like drenched.
would destroy me.
I like it when it's drenched and wet. It's great.
To be fair, you're talking a big game right now, but I did watch you vomit off a stage
Yeah.
for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I need to see this happen.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Also, you did kill at that set. Like, I know you
Thank
threw
you.
up, but like
Yeah.
your jokes that you got through were hilarious.
Yeah, no, they were
My
great.
1.5 jokes. Thank you. That's funny. It was fun. I feel like I played it off well. Like I still kept my goofy energy even though I was
Yeah.
barfing. I felt so good afterwards. I lost
Yeah.
like 2 pounds. I told the host like I don't need Ozempic. Like I just need a ghost pepper and a bucket and I'm good. It's really so bad. I'm gonna get canceled for that.
Yeah, everyone's just gonna start just eating ghost peppers.
pepper? Oh
Like,
my
yeah,
gosh.
we're just puking now.
I do think it's worth mentioning, like, you literally ate every piece.
Every
the
piece of
seeds, like, everything.
Yeah.
So, very impressive.
Thank
Very
you.
impressive.
Yeah, the seeds. Oh, like dude, the seeds of a pepper suck. Like
Yeah.
it's so bad.
They're the worst.
It makes it so much worse in your mouth. Like
It also just tastes like a shitty vegetable on top of that.
Yeah.
Like it's not a chip, it's not a chicken wing, it's just a
Yeah.
vegetable. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, not a fan.
Not a fan.
Not a fan at all. So that was like the hottest. Like, so what was the thing you had in the travel show you said?
So it was called the Flatline.
Okay, what is that exactly?
So it's like I can't get the word right.
Scoville units, I
Yeah,
think.
it's 7
Yeah.
million of them.
Okay.
So I had to sign a waiver.
Yeah.
And it's weird because throughout the whole travel show,
Mhm.
I was supposed to do a bunch of stunts.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'm literally just here for the comedy. So
Yeah.
Like the joke ended up being me making the guest do it, and then I wouldn't do any of it.
Yeah.
But when it came to like hot sauce, I'm like, that's my thing. I'm doing that. So
Yeah.
it was pretty great.
That's awesome. So, do you have any more Lifetime movies coming up, or is there any that haven't came out yet?
No, they've all come out. So it's Deadly Garage Sale, Look Who's Stalking, Stalked by My Mother, Framed by My Sister, Deep Blue Nightmare, Psycho BFF, Malicious Motives, and then there's like another. There's like one Smuggling in Suburbia. That's where I like stole diamonds, and then I got stabbed in the neck. But yeah, my favorite one's Deadly Garage Sale because I like HOA ladies, and I think that's funny.
Cool. That's cool.
And it's like what I love about Lifetime movies is like the killings are justified for some random reason.
Yeah.
And I got to dress up like a suburban mom, and like literally I robbed garage sales. Like it's
that's great.
like who thought of this? I think there's one that was like podcast killer too.
Oh, that's
and I was
cool.
like, that's a good one.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's good.
Good to know. Good information.
Good to know.
We're writing something that has to do with podcasting.
Yeah,
So,
and
that's
killing.
really good.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. So, like, what was like a movie that you saw when you were younger that made you want to get into acting?
Oh, Liar Liar. Jim Carrey.
Yeah, great.
I told my parents, I was like, I want to be Jim Carrey when I grow up. And they're like, what? So they put me in like musical theater camp. And this whole time I just wanted to be a comedian.
Yeah.
And I figured that out way later. But I love Jim Carrey. But that Liar Liar was so, Bruce Almighty, all of those.
Classics.
And then I love, this is crazy. I love Disney Channel.
Yeah.
And I still want to be Selena Gomez when I grow up.
Yeah.
And it's not going to happen, but like, that's where I like really wanted to like, Jim Carrey's where I wanted to do comedy, I think. And then like cheesy sitcom Hannah Montana stuff was where I wanted to act. But I'm too old for Disney Channel now, so.
What's your favorite Disney Channel like original movie?
Camp Rock or the Hannah Montana movie or Wizards of Waverly Place. There's so much. But then there's like the old ones.
Yeah.
There was like what was that? Xenon.
Yeah.
And there's one where she's like a robot. One she's an alien, and there's one movie, not Pitch Perfect, but Pixel Perfect.
Oh, yeah. That's one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
Yeah. No, they like Disney really did a good job with the original movies.
They
like,
really did.
Especially the older ones. I didn't really see like I sort of stopped watching their original movies after like the first High School Musical.
Oh.
But that one, it had a lot of good songs.
I have a good Zac Efron story.
Oh, yeah?
Y'all want to hear it?
Yes, I would love to hear it.
So back in Texas, nobody's going to believe this story. And there's no fact checking. I didn't make it up.
Yeah, no, I already believe you.
So back in Texas, I filmed this like web series called like Secret Diaries of American Cheerleaders, something like that. And it filmed in Austin. There was like this studio in Austin, and I'd always get brought back to the studio to audition for things. So my parents would write a note, and I'd skip school. We'd drive to Austin. And one time was there, and I was auditioning for like a new thriller TV show. I'm sitting there reading my lines. I'm like the only one here. And these guys are like making all these noise downstairs. I'm like, they're so annoying. I'm trying to rehearse. I like go down and I go, I'll be right back. And I like walk to the water fountain and I flip my hair. And this guy jumps in front of me and he goes, "Hi, I'm Zach. What's your name?" And it was Zac Efron. And I go, my name's Juliana. Are you here to see Beth? Which was like the cast character. He's like, yeah, I love Beth. I was like dropping first names. And, and and then I remember being like, well, I gotta go. Like I thought playing it cool.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I bet you're gonna do great. And I go, really? Why? And he goes, well, you're the only one here. And he goes, and you look pretty awesome. And I was like, oh. And then he walked up the stairs and did the most Troy Bolton thing, slides down like the banister, twists and goes.
What the?
And then I went to school and my teacher's like, "Where were you yesterday?" You're like, "Well, I was sick, but I also got hit on by Zac Efron," and nobody believed me.
That's so funny.
To this day, everybody's like, "Where's the picture?" I was like, "I'm not gonna take a picture. He thinks I'm a movie star."
That's so funny.
Yeah.
My Zac Efron story is different. So he didn't hit on me. We actually didn't see each other, but like, so this is what happens. I'm getting picked up to go to the Jackass Forever like movie premiere, and the car shows up, and they're like, "Okay, they're like, you're Zach." They looked at me when I got in the car, and they're like, "Okay, so you're Zac Efron?" And I was like, "No," and they're like. And I'm like, "No, I'm Zach Holmes." And he's like, "Oh, shit." And he just picks up his phone. And he's like, "Hey, I got the wrong Zach." No! And he is, so, like, I'm guessing, like, the other driver went to Zac Efron and was like, "Oh, you're Zach Holmes." And that's so funny.
That might be better than my story.
Yeah. That was what happened with me.
But did he go to your premiere?
No. I think they just, like... I think he was just getting picked up by the same company.
He got in the wrong car. I don't know where he went.
Yeah, like, hopefully he's okay. I mean, he's fine, but, like...
It's been, like, 5 years. How come no one's heard from him?
He's so been in other stuff since then, but, yeah. No, they just, like, put me in it, like, they just start giving me Zac Efron roles in movies. Like, I'm an Iron Claw. Like, dude, that would be so sick.
I really loved you in High School Musical 4, Zach.
Yeah.
Dude. But, yeah, that's my only Zac Efron story.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. It's so ridiculous.
Oh my god. I have one for you.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah.
Okay. Mostly because I was stalking your IMDb before.
Love it.
I am obsessed with Catfish. And I see you listed as being on Catfish with a different name. So I very much need to know what's going on here. Are you telling me it's a lie? None of that is true?
So what's funny is there's like the scripted and unscripted version of that show.
Yeah.
And mine was like, I wish that this story was better where like the character, was it like Amanda or something like that?
Yeah.
And a lot of people think I like catfish someone.
Yeah.
And I just used it to be on MTV.
Yeah. That's so funny. That's so funny.
But it was like a reenactment one. Mm-hmm. But it was fun because I got to like cry on camera. It was interesting.
That's great.
What do you mean by like reenactment? Meaning like they had the story already, they knew it, like somebody had happened, they just needed you guys to play it out. For them.
Like I think the woman and the man didn't want to come forward, so I think someone was like disguised and then we acted it out. I thought I made it at that point. I thought it was so cool that I was on it, and now I'm like I always forget. There's probably some other weird stuff you found on there.
I mean, all right, I'm going to go back to your IMDb now and pull
I already know one of them you're going to read out. Should I just say it out loud?
Yeah, go for it.
Porn soup?
Wait, what's it called?
I did not see that one before.
No!
Now you're going to have to talk about that one.
So, when I first moved here,
I
got asked to, like, write jokes for porn stars.
Okay.
And I did that, and I like went to their house and like in Hidden Hills and they blacked out all the windows and I'm like, what did I get myself into? And I just had to make porn jokes.
Yeah.
And it was a little web series, but it was like everybody was a porn star but me. And it was so
random.
It was so random, and everybody was just talking about how much money they make, and I was only getting paid $100 to be there. And what's his name? Ron Jeremy was there.
No.
And I was like swimming in a pool with him. I had no idea who he was. I'm just cracking. I'm roasting him. He's like, "You're not funny." He was kidding, but like I was just roasting him. I was like, "I don't even know why you're here. Do you even do porn?" Like, I guess
he does a lot of other things too.
And then he tried to, yeah. But so that was weird. So, the story gets better.
Yeah. I have a Ron Jeremy story too. That's funny. Anyways.
I love that you guys are just trading stories that you happen to have.
So So I did these videos, right?
Mm-hmm.
Again, completely jokes, no porn, no
Mm-hmm.
clothes or whatever, or taken off. It was like goofy. Like part of it was funny. Ended up on Pornhub though.
Yeah.
So the jokes and sketches ended up Pornhub, and people were demanding my videos. So I was getting messages from men in like Dubai, and they were just like, they were like, "Hey, Julie, can you please send me your videos?" And I'm like, "What?" And they thought they would do me a favor by like photoshopping me on porn.
Oh no.
No.
And yeah, so
That's gnarly.
that's my other credit.
I hate that so much.
Yeah, that's
I was like, yes. And it's like the bad Photoshop where it's like they didn't even make my head round. It's just like the square photo of me at prom. Yeah.
They're like using Microsoft Paint.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly.
Good
Just
God.
do better.
Good God. Oh, so I was on like someone else's podcast, and they were like saying this is like before all this like a lot of that stuff came out about Ron Jeremy, and they're like, oh, he was gonna come on the podcast today too, and I was like, oh, whatever. Like they were like, yeah, but like his manager said we're not allowed to give him any food, and then like I guess like they would like he would fall asleep. He would just eat like a bunch of food and fall asleep because he has like narcolepsy, and they were just like, yeah, so if he comes here, just don't let him have any of the sandwiches. And I was just like, what the dude?
That's so random.
So did you just like guard the sandwiches from?
Oh, he
Ron
didn't
Jeremy
even
all
come.
day?
He didn't even show up. Thank God.
You guys hired all these sandwich security guards and they didn't even show up. I do want you to go back and talk about now that I know the name, Clown Motel.
Clown Motel.
I need to know all about Clown Motel because I'm obsessed with the actual one. So I need to know more about the movie.
Okay.
Is that
Yeah.
the Tobin Bell one you were talking
Yep.
about? Okay.
So that one was Clown Motel was super cool.
Mm-hmm.
I auditioned I feel like quite a few times, and then they never emailed me back, and then they finally did, and they said I was like the director's favorite, and
Oh, hell yeah.
I got to live in like Vegas for like 3 weeks, and then we went to Tonopah, Nevada, which is where the Clown Motel is. It was weird. Like I didn't really believe in like the ghost kind of haunted stuff until I was there.
Oh, yeah.
And like I don't know if I was like working a lot of hours, but there was this time where we're filming in a cemetery.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like reading to the grave, and there's like a little clown thing that they put on there. But I like get up, I don't know if my leg fell asleep or whatever, but I felt like I sunk into the grave.
What the fuck?
Like I felt like I was being pulled, and I was like, whoa, and they're like, what's happening? I go, I don't know. And I couldn't walk for like 2 seconds. Like I got
Dude,
up,
what the fuck?
and it was like, it felt like my foot was asleep, but it also felt like so weird.
That's really weird.
Yeah. So that movie, this is what's so odd. Like, that was such a fun movie. Tobin Bell is the sweetest, best actor I have ever met and worked with in my life. He was great to rehearse with and run lines with and film with. But then, like, the movie, like, didn't come out in the U.S., but it's, like, famous in Egypt or something random.
What the fuck?
So I had to get an illegal link to watch part. I haven't even finished it, but I was like, what?
Dude.
But hopefully it comes out in the US soon, or y'all can watch it illegally. I'm totally fine with that because I don't get residuals on it.
Yeah.
But that was a really cool experience. That was probably my favorite movie I've ever filmed.
Oh, that's sick. Do you believe in ghosts at all?
Well, I filmed another movie in New Orleans, and I didn't believe in ghosts until I filmed that there.
Mhm.
And it definitely, I felt that energy. And then I was like making jokes about ghosts the whole time. I was like, doing these weird sketches because it was during COVID, so we had to quarantine in this like haunted mansion. And
that sounds like a movie in itself.
Yes. Oh yeah. And I watched the video back, and there was like these little light things across my screen.
What the?
So weird. And people have said that's ghost, but I don't know if it is. But
Yeah.
I also like woke up in the middle of the night, like freezing cold, shaking, and the air wasn't on, the fan wasn't on, and it was at like 3 a.m. I didn't tell anybody, and then there was ghost hunters outside the mansion, and they were like saying like supposedly people that sleep in the vampire suite wake up with chills at 3 a.m.
What the?
I bet it's the hotel turning that air on and doing some weird stuff, but I don't believe it's a ghost.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm really into ghost stuff. I just made like a YouTube video. We made a pilot for a ghost hunting show too that we're gonna start shopping around. But have you ever heard of comedians in cars getting coffee?
Love that.
So I just took the same format and I just take people ghost hunting for my YouTube.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so I've just been doing that. And we went to the Colorado Street Bridge where a bunch of people have like jumped off.
Where is it?
It's in Pasadena.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that. I know about the Cecily, that hotel.
The Cecil,
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. The Colorado Street Bridge, like over like 150 people have jumped off the bridge and like ended themselves. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. It was pretty active. There was we got like a lot of responses on like the ghost box that we have. We also like that night when we went there, like right when we walked in, like stuff just kept falling around us. Like all this things were it sort of felt like things were being thrown all around us.
Oh my gosh.
And then there was like a couple instances where it's like on camera happening, but not a lot. But it was like I almost wish I had a camera guy filming the camera guy at this point.
Yeah.
Because like there's like so much shit that was going on. And also there's just a bunch of weird shit that happened. It was pretty spooky. And then at the end, like we took a picture and we took like pictures at the end and I had like orbs on me and shit. Yeah.
Oh my
It
God.
was wild. But yeah, no, I'm really into ghost hunting.
I'm just envisioning like you sleeping in the vampire suite and like
Yeah.
Zach is the ghost hunter
He's the
outside.
ghost. Oh.
Yeah.
This room gets really cold.
Yeah, that sounds like a... Dude, I love cold rooms. I just feel like I would sleep so well in that room.
It was freaky. It was.
Yeah.
And then I woke up. I remember everybody the next day was like, "You looked drained." Like my face was like really, really white, off. I was like, "Guys, I'm possessed."
Did you have to stay at the Clown Motel when you were filming that movie, or no?
We were allowed to, but the water was cold, so I didn't want to. Like we like the crew got to stay there, and then the actors got to stay just at like a different hotel nearby. I thought about it, but I really just wanted to feel like comfortable while working.
Yeah.
But if it was like a travel show, I'd totally do it.
Yeah.
I mean, you really wanted to be like Jim Carrey. You could have method the shit right out of that.
I should have.
Would have been amazing.
Also, we were working there every minute of the day. I didn't want to be like living.
That's fair.
That was the main thing too.
Work-life balance.
Yeah.
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 I could see that being really, really stressful. It's exhausting.
Yeah.
It's like, God damn it. These fucking clowns.
Fucking clowns.
Yeah, how'd you get involved with Shark Tank?
I didn't. Shark Tank?
It's on your item.
You mean
Oh my
Shark
gosh.
Season?
Oh.
It said Shark Tank somewhere.
No,
I see
my
Shark
God,
Season.
dude. This is so funny.
That's even funnier.
It's actually
Yeah, so
funnier.
you were on Shark Tank? Like, and the research that went into this. I love it.
Because shark, that's so funny because I love sharks. But I know
Do
that
you?
Shark Tank is inventions, right?
Yeah, it is.
Which
No.
I'm not good at. But I did this this is
This is better than I thought it was going to be, honestly. So,
back in COVID. I can't get canceled now, can I?
Yeah, I don't, probably not. Depends what you're about to say, I guess.
Yeah. I got asked to get paid under the table to fly to Florida and film a shark movie. And one of my random goals was to be in a shark movie. So I go, I'm in, pack my bags. And then like my friends are FaceTiming me, and the friends who are like very afraid of COVID. And they're like, why do you look like you're in a hotel right now? Like, why are you so tan? And I just like, I just go on a bunch of walks. Like, I was dark because I was like in the sun the whole time. But so it was this like movie. We filmed it in 6 days. And everybody was like, nobody's going to see it. It's my most watched movie. And they liked it so much that because I was in it and this other girl was in it, they sold it to Lifetime and switched the name to Deep Blue Nightmare. And now it's a spring break movie.
That's amazing.
But like what's crazy is someone like posted it on TikTok, me screaming at the shark, and it got like 60 million views or something crazy like that.
I need to watch this one.
Yeah.
You should.
I love shark movies.
It's like good and bad. It's the same shark as Sharknado. Like
no
exact
way.
Same shark, yeah.
Yes, I love that. I fucking love that.
Where does Mark Cuban come in?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look for your scream. Actually, I really want to see it.
Oh my god.
Well, they made a TikTok account for this movie, and it got so many views, and I kept getting sent to me, and then the person deleted it. And I was
What the
like, one
fuck?
time I go viral. I post one stupid joke, and I get 200 views. Just me in a bikini screaming. 60 million views. Know what I gotta do now.
Yeah. Have you ever swam with sharks, like for real?
There was a shark in the water. It was a baby shark when we were there.
Oh yeah.
But so my thing was like, it was a mama shark around the corner. But no, I don't think I ever would.
Yeah.
But I love shark movies. They're my favorite animals too. I don't know why.
Yeah, sharks are fucking scary, like real
They're
life.
scary. Have you swam with them?
Yeah, I did Shark Week. I did Jackass Shark Week.
That sounds fun.
The second one, and it was the first one, like Poopies, who's one of the other Jackass guys, he got bit by a shark. And that was like the first time that someone got bit, like during Shark Week on Discovery Channel, like ever.
Wow.
And it like almost like ripped his hand off.
What was he doing? Just swimming?
No, he was he was technically trying to jump the shark. He was on skis and was trying to jump over all these sharks that were swimming around.
How did y'all find the sharks?
No, I don't know how they did it really.
It was a casting call.
Yeah, no, but like these calls were hungry, you know, like yeah, these sharks were hungry, dude. They were just like fucking swarming, like sort of swimming around in a circle, and he like didn't jump over them and like landed around them. One of them bit him. Oh my god! But then then we go back the next year to do Shark Week again, but it's like my friend Poopy's getting over his just getting over his fear of the ocean now, because he was like he's a surfer, but after that everything was kind of weird for him. So we go back, and like I ended up doing this thing where I had like this fish head in a boat. I was in this little tiny boat, and I throw it out, and this shark had been following us around all day, like what we were doing, like we're just out like super far in the ocean. And it's insane, like, how many sharks you actually see that far out.
Yeah.
Because, like, they're just everywhere, and just other big fish and stuff. And the shark had been following us for a while, and I was like, dude, I hate the fact that it's following us. And I threw the fish head into the water, and it was tied to this rope, which was tied to the boat. And the shark grabs it and pulls the boat and knocks me out of the boat. And then I'm, like, with other sharks. It was scary.
Was this LA? Or San
No,
Diego?
this is in Florida.
Oh, Florida.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was super scary. Also, I was like feeding sharks, like with this like painter's pole. Like, it was gnarly.
Oh, I could not do that.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the ocean at all.
I'm a fan from the outside. Like, I like the whole thing about it, but I don't like going deep.
I would rather watch movies about sharks than actually be with them.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm the same way.
Yeah. Definitely. Ugh. Fucking sharks, dude. I literally thought I was gonna die.
Yeah, that's
they kept
crazy.
I was like wearing a wetsuit, but they like I didn't have like flippers on or anything on my feet, so my skin just was like that was like the only part of me that was like bare, and like the sharks were like interested in my feet, and they were like getting close to them, and I was like, oh god, no, dude.
Oh, that's such a weird feeling. I
Yeah.
bet. Oh,
So weird. But,
Didn't realize sharks were feet guys.
Yeah.
yeah, no, they
Yeah.
are feet people, dude. They're feet guys. That's weird.
I also did find that video of poopies on Shark Week. Shark Bites, Jackass Star Poopies. Can't wait to watch that later.
Yeah, no, it's dude. Is there like a certain role, like a dream role that you have that you'd want to play in a movie?
yeah. I think I would two, which is so okay. So first off, I do Lifetime movies, but everybody I talk to wants me to be in Hallmark movies.
Yeah. I feel like they're kind of like
the
like
same
Lifetime
world.
movies are more interesting. I
Yeah.
feel like aren't
it's like you
Hallmark
wanna
movies
move
more just like rom-com stuff? More
yeah,
or
but like
less.
to an extreme level.
Yeah.
Like owns a cookie shop,
Yeah,
princess kind of thing.
They're like all kind of like the same. But
Yeah, they're
like,
all the same.
At least with the Lifetime movies, there's like interesting storylines.
right. Same kind of actors though.
Yeah.
Same kind of actors. So that's like I think that'd be cool, but like the dream role would be like lead in a sitcom.
Yeah.
I think like that's kind of where I'm like I want acting and stand up to come together, but
Yeah.
I don't know when or if that'll happen, but that would be like so cool. So
No, that would be
anything comedy
sick.
related, yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
working with people that I look up to.
Mm-hmm.
So Jim Carrey or Selena Gomez or like people like that.
Or both of them together.
Both of them together would be
That would be insane.
sick. And a shark movie.
Yeah, it's a shark movie.
And it's a Hallmark one.
Yeah, Jim Carrey's playing the shark.
Yeah.
It's you and Selena Gomez. You have to fight
So
him.
cool.
Dude, that would be sick.
I'm literally pitching this right now.
Yeah.
So good.
Oh my gosh.
Actually, I feel like Jim Carrey wouldn't be the shark because they'd probably give the voice to like Chris Pratt or something. But like he would be like the guy that's like
The old shark hunter.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like he would be that.
He could do that old like sea-timey accent. You know he does.
It's
Jim Carrey.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's so crazy that Chris Pratt gets to play every animated role, like lead role.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that? Like it's sort of wild.
What else was he? He was
Mario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
in
He was-
Super Mario Bros.
yeah.
movie. He was.
I didn't know.
He's gonna be Garfield.
He's gonna be Garfield.
What else? There's some other shit
What
too.
else is
I know that it's not just those because Garfield and Mario is everything.
Yeah.
He was in Onward. He was in the Lego movie. He was in.
Yeah.
He's had a lot of animated roles.
Yeah.
Is it weird that I hate animation?
Explain.
No.
The only one I liked growing up was
Mm-hmm.
SpongeBob. Like now I can't comprehend it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like. I mean, I can understand that. I definitely like SpongeBob a lot.
Love
Growing up,
SpongeBob.
first 3 seasons of SpongeBob were super funny.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they were like. I feel like especially with Nickelodeon shows, like with the animated ones, the first few seasons are like the funniest, and then they'll like get a slightly better animation style,
Yeah.
and it'll start degrading from there.
But then it got too good.
Yeah.
How SpongeBob, I was like, SpongeBob looks like AI. Like he looks real. I was like, what? He doesn't look like a sponge. That was
Yeah.
such a good show. SpongeBob, Doug.
Yeah, Doug was great.
I liked the Proud Family.
Yeah, that
it's
was
like,
good.
Like I liked that, but then once I was like 10, I didn't like it anymore. Like
Yeah.
there's nothing now that I've seen that was animated.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I do watch some animated stuff, but I mean, it's all preference, you know.
Yeah.
What What Doug we talking about though? We talking like the original Doug?
Nickelodeon Doug was
Doug.
way better
Yeah.
than Disney
The
Doug.
Disney Doug was terrible.
Yeah,
Now
no.
I didn't know there was two.
Yeah.
It went to like ABC like Saturday morning.
Yeah.
And everyone got like different haircuts and different clothing.
So there was Nickelodeon Doug, and then it got
Man.
bought by ABC, and then it was like sort of acquired.
Now I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, was the iconic theme song in it? Like, do, 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 do,
Do, do, do, do,
He was
do.
bald, right?
Kind
I'm
of.
gonna show you two pictures. Hang on, and then you can tell me which Doug it was.
Yeah.
Like ABC.
This is a defining moment.
Isn't this like the burnt scene? What's the Mandela?
Oh, the Mandela, yeah.
Kind of,
Is-
but like these are
Bernstein and
both real.
Bernstein.
This kind of feels like that,
Yeah.
but maybe it's just me.
I'm gonna find two.
That's
good,
so
really big
funny.
ones. Hang on. Okay, here's the Disney one. Here's the original.
No idea. Which one was like late 90s? Both? Early 2000s?
They were both.
I mean,
coming over to show you. Okay. That is the original.
Okay.
And then this is the ABC one.
Well, then maybe both.
Like changing of the hair and everything. Like what's going on here?
yeah.
Definitely Nickelodeon.
No, I
then.
remember that. I remember. Dude, Killer Tofu, that song.
Oh,
Ooh, Killer Tofu. I know too much about Doug.
we know.
Sorry.
Well, good. I know nothing about Doug. It was just
Yeah.
one cartoon I remember.
It's like I start quoting lines from episodes. Like, hey, can you guess this one?
I'm like,
Season 2, episode 7.
Oh man, that's so funny. So, what's next for you?
oh, that's such a good question. I haven't been asked that in a while because I think it's such like a weird time for the industry.
Mm,
So I'm hoping to book more movies and do more
Mhm.
stand up and produce more. I'm a podcast producer now.
Yeah.
So hopefully to see where that will take me and
mhm.
yeah, all that.
Yeah. Yeah, I ask everyone that comes on the pod this question. Is there anything that you do every day to make sure you're reaching your maximum potential?
Yeah. I feel like I have to do one thing. So I have to do one thing that's industry related and one
Mhm.
thing that's not.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I'll do one day industry, one day like I'm trying
Yeah.
like I'm starting to run, so that's like something that's not industry related.
Mm-hmm.
But like stand up, of course, like acting classes, even with my day job with producing, I'm able to like think of things funny and make other people look good and
Mm-hmm.
so I try to do everything industry, but then
Yeah.
on the weekend it depends, you know.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Do you have anything that you want to plug?
Oh, probably. I mean, just my Instagram, Juliana DeStefano 1. I always post my shows there. I would love for everybody to all continue to watch my Lifetime movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish I had one like my last Lifetime movie came out like a couple months ago, so it's like it's already out. So I wish there was more, but maybe soon.
Hell yeah.
Do you have like a top 3 of your Lifetime movies?
Yes.
I mean, Deadly Garage
Yeah.
Sale title alone, amazing.
Deadly Garage Sale, Look Who's Stalking, and then Malicious Motives.
Okay.
Look Who's Stalking is the greatest parody.
That's
title
such
I've
a-
ever heard of
Yeah.
in my life.
That's such a good title.
That's such a good title.
It's a real, and it just got now it's on Hulu, so you can watch
Hell
Look Who's
yeah.
Stalking on Hulu. A lot of people were. I went to a party the other day, and these people were like, "I think I saw you on Hulu." I was like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah." And I also, by the way, I don't have cable,
Mhm.
so I never know when my movies are coming out until people
Yeah.
tell me that they saw me in a commercial, and I'm like, "Oh, nice."
Hell yeah. That's so sick. Well, thank you so much for coming. This has
Thank
been
you
fun.
for having me. This was
Yeah.
so fun.
Hell yeah.
I learned a lot about myself, honestly. Like, say that I'm on Shark Tank.
yeah, you're on Shark Tank.
I'm sorry, I read it
Yeah,
wrong. Damn it.
dude, it's okay.
The internet
It's fine.
lied to me.
Fucking internet, dude. It'll
I'm
get
gonna
you.
Google my name later, Juliana DeStefano
Yeah.
Shark Tank, and see what comes up.
Okay, well, thanks everyone for watching this episode, and stay maximum.